Early turnovers proved costly for the Miami RedHawks in a 45-21 loss in the season opener against the Hawkeyes of the University of Iowa. This week, the 2016 home opener as the Panthers of Eastern Illinois come to Yager Stadium. We'll talk with head coach Chuck Martin coming up next here on RedHawk Football Weekly.
RedHawk Football Weekly, brought to you by G&J Pepsi-Cola of Hamilton, refreshing Southwestern Ohio since 1939. By Koenig Equipment, found online at KoenigEquipment.com. And by Miami Valley Gaming, easy to get to, just off I-75 at exit 29. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966. Steve Baker talks with Miami head football coach Chuck Martin after this on RedHawk Football Weekly.
And here we have 1893 from the makers of Pepsi-Cola. I'm gonna swirl it. I'm gonna smell it. I'm just gonna take one small sip.
Kinda seemed like more than a sip.
Yeah, let me show you. Refined.
1893, made with cola nut extract and real sugar. Boldly blended colas.
It's a real big day at Miami Valley Gaming. Our new Buckeyes are coming in, and we're trying one of those new all-organic, earth-to-palm Ohio Buckeye farmers.
I'm nervous. What if those Buckeyes are duds? What if I don't feel lucky at all?
Buckeye delivery. Looking for Lucy. Is that you? I'm Bucky, the farmer.
Bucky.
So, do you feel lucky?
We welcome you back into RedHawk Football Weekly as we recap the loss to the Iowa Hawkeyes in the season opener. 45-21 was the final. We'll also take a look ahead to the home opener coming up this Saturday against the Panthers of Eastern Illinois at Yager Stadium. I'm Steve Baker, the voice of the RedHawks. Joining me is the head coach of the Miami RedHawks, Chuck Martin. And, Coach, you went into Iowa looking to compete, and you certainly got that and more. I think overall you're never happy with a loss, but you have to be happy with what you saw on Saturday.
Yeah, we obviously, from an offensive output standpoint, 25 first downs, 430-plus yards. Tailbacks rushed for almost 5 yards per carry. Our quarterback's 19 for 29 for 266 yards and no interceptions and 2 touchdowns. So we had 3 drives of 13-plus plays against Iowa. I think last year against Wisconsin, we ran about 35 total plays for the whole game. Stark contrast to a year ago offensively, much more efficient. Obviously, a fumble on a screen pass and 2 sack fumbles were critical. Their 21-point swing in the game set up 2 easy scores, and we fumble when we're on first and goal on their 7-yard line. So we're 35-21 down in the third quarter, and we've had 2 huge errors already where we could have been even closer in that point. So the game was a lot closer on the field than the ending score, but the 3 turnovers against a good football team that doesn't turn over, and there's your 24-point difference. So kids played hard. We got to continue to play smarter. Got a lot of things done through the ground and through the air offensively, so I was very pleased on that side of the ball.
Certainly so. And in any game, you don't want to get off to that bad start, and that certainly happened for the RedHawks on Saturday. As you mentioned, you started out 21-0. You moved the ball a little bit to start, then had to punt the ball away, and 2 turnovers cost you big time. Let's take a look at some of those first half highlights from the game. You couldn't move the ball to get a first down here. You wind up punting, and you punted to Desmond King, a dangerous return man, and he does what he's supposed to do and returns the ball. But you will see that this is going to come back on one of those hits that you don't like to see on Matt Merrimee.
Yeah, and again, I don't know that he's intentionally, but Merrimee's kind of tripping and falling, and it gets helmet, and that's the rule, and you got to protect kids. And the good news is Merrimee's fine, was fine during the game. He just took a big jolt, and it wasn't even really dazed and confused at all. But we had 4 guys on King, and we took bad lanes. We didn't spread the net on the punt return. It cost us dearly there. They put together a nice drive and stuffed it in their goal line and kind of pushed us around a little bit early defensively.
You fumble the ball away in the red zone. They convert. It's 14-0 when you get the ball back, and the biggest play of the day to Rakeem Williams.
Yeah, and we had moved the ball nice on the first 2 drives. This is the start of our 3rd drive. Absolute laser from Billy Ball. I mean, that's great route by Rowe. Beat a really good corner in 13. Turns it into a huge play. but the pass was major league pass, as you'll see here. Backside safety's not that far away. We get this ball, and this is a deep route. He threw it like it's a dig route. You know, it's a 30-yard completion that he throws on the dime. Then Rowe does a good job of using his speed and getting it down. And then we don't do a good job in protection, tackle oversets, and James Gardner doesn't run the right route there, and we're waiting for Murph. We're trying to run a little bit of a rub route, and we don't get it done, and end up with a sack fumble. But we overset. Left guard, left tackle should have been all over. They had one guy rushing. We had two guys on the zone side, and both guys didn't do a good job there.
Down 21-0 late in the first, and then this is where things get going for the Miami offense. And the run game was really big for you on Saturday. You used Kenny Young a lot in this drive.
Yeah, Kenny Young, Zoe, and Maurice Thomas. We used all here. You see Maurice. We used all three of them. Run play action here. They blitz us. Billy does a great job of reading it, hits Zielinski. Good news, it looks worse again. Zielinski's fine. He was fine during the game. I think he was a little more scared than anything. His helmet flies off. He got hit in the nose a little bit, but nothing wrong with his head or anything. Everybody's concerned with those two guys, just like we were. But the good news was they were both fine and probably could have played in the game.
And here you use Kenny Young out of the backfield, little swing screen, and he does what he likes to do, go north and south.
Yeah, great job outside. Sam Martin, Sam Shizzo, and Ryan Smith getting the blocks for Kenny, and Kenny doing the rest.
And here it is, touchdown pass, or actually that sets up the touchdown. James Gardner over the middle, his first catch, and again contested over the middle.
Yeah, great route by James, beating the guy inside. Great throw by Billy over the top of the linebacker, letting James be 6'4" and go up and get it. Laser of a throw, great catch by James.
That sets up the touchdown run. Alonzo Smith gets it for you.
Yeah, good job. Great run by Zoe. A couple Iowa people sitting there waiting for Zoe, and he got north and south and put his head down, as you'll see right here. Good job up front, but right there he just plows his way in the end zone. And again, we have not been able to run the ball in my 2 years here on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, 4th and short, let alone run the ball in against Iowa. So huge job by our offensive line.
Defense had its moments here. J.T. Jones got the corner and knew what to do when he hit the quarterback.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to get on these loose balls. They had 2 sack fumbles. They got both of them. We have 1 sack fumble, and we don't get on it. Those are huge dividends in the game right there.
And here, this was a controversial play late. This was initially ruled a fumble through the end zone and a touchback. After they reviewed it, it was declared that he never actually was a completed pass. I know that you were looking for an explanation on that one.
Yeah, I don't. After I watch it, I really don't need one.
Right.
He got both feet on the ground. He started to lunge towards the end zone to make a football play, and both feet are down. He has possession. We hit him. It's not unlike the Maurice Thomas play.
Right.
So
right. So
no explanation needed. Didn't go our way. Instead of being a touchback, they got 1st and goal. Cost us 7 points.
And they wind up with the touchdown. And here you go with Sam Sloman, true freshman, trying a 53-yarder. Had enough length, just pushed it to the right.
Yeah. Didn't. Accuracy from 53 is hard, but it was good to see his leg strength. He went out there and struck it well, and it was worth a try right before the half.
You go to the half 28-7, and you saw some positive things. We'll come back and talk a little bit about the adjustments, but despite the turnovers, you had to feel good about what you saw.
Yeah, well, we felt really good offensively besides the 2 turnovers that we were running and throwing the ball. We had over 200 yards at halftime against Iowa. I was pretty excited about it, and just how we were doing it. It wasn't Iowa mistakes. We were methodically moving the ball down the field besides a big play to Rowe. Defense, we felt like we got to make some adjustments. We got to get some of their perimeter stuff squared away that had hurt us big time in the first half.
All right, we will come back in just a moment. We'll take a look at the second half of the game against the Hawkeyes of Iowa. We'll also, a little bit later on in the show, preview Saturday's home opener against the Panthers of Eastern Illinois. I'm Steve Baker with head coach Chuck Martin, and we'll continue with more of RedHawk Football Weekly in just one moment.
Sophie, his 13th birthday. Gift? We've got you. Guitar? Coming tomorrow. Road game today? Surprise party tomorrow. Change of plans. Game tomorrow.
No, birthday tomorrow.
Hotel. Guitar. Reroute.
Birthdays are on birthdays.
Party? Relocate. UPS My Choice makes rerouting packages easy. How we're helping companies solve for the needs of customers like Sophie.
And here we have 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola. I'm gonna swirl it. I'm gonna smell it. I'm just gonna take one small sip.
Kinda seemed like more than a sip.
Yeah, let me show you. Refined.
1893, made with cola nut extract and real sugar. Boldly blended colas.
It's time for a look at the UPS logistics of the game.
Welcome back into RedHawk Football Weekly. I'm Steve Baker. The RedHawks host the Panthers of Eastern Illinois this Saturday at Yager Stadium. Our UPS logistics of the game, we're trying to break the student attendance record, and you can help us do that. If you're a Miami student, get to the game and be one of 8089 for this Saturday's game. We need 8,089 students to break that attendance record, so we'll see you out there 3:30 on Saturday afternoon at Yager Stadium as Miami entertains the Panthers of Eastern Illinois. Rejoined by head coach Chuck Martin as we recap the game against Iowa on Saturday. And we talked about being happy with the offense in the first half. Defense, what adjustments were you looking to make there in that second half?
Yeah, we need to set an edge to our defense. They hurt us on the bubble screen. Our safety was too deep and passive on it, but our corner didn't set the edge. He was getting blocked and he was getting trapped inside and making it even more difficult for our safety. And then they ran their perimeter run play where they blocked down and they were pulling their guard and tackles around, and we were getting no one there to set the edge and turn the play back inside where the help was. So the biggest thing was getting the defense. The two plays that really hurt us, we didn't have an edge set to our defense, which on every single snap you need to have an edge to your defense.
Looking to get some aggressiveness out there on the edge as well, get off the blocks and get out there and cover it?
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
no, absolutely. Hawkeyes
Easier said than done at times against
that I do understand. The Hawkeyes take their first drive and go down the field and score, make it a 35-7 football game. But as we take a look at our second half highlights, it was a 7-minute drive in the first half that got you the score. You start out and pick up right where you left off. Maurice Thomas on this drive.
Yeah, and the nice thing is mixing in run and pass.
Yeah.
We were running the ball, we were throwing the ball, we were keeping them off balance, using multiple formation, using a lot, using three backs, using a lot of receivers, using more than 5 O-linemen. Again, big hole there, O-line doing the job all day long, covering up some guys that are very difficult to cover up.
And again, Maurice Thomas here will cut it back again. So it was covered there, but again, showing his speed to get you yardage there.
And a nice job late getting north and south and getting us a few extra yards at the end of the run. So a lot of guys covered up. Mo kind of bounces this one back. It's not my favorite run he had all day, but sometimes those fast guys, you got to let them use their instincts too, and we trust Mo. And he really bounced back from the early fumble nice. He could have went away and lost his confidence, but he didn't. He played good the rest of the game.
3rd and 13 here, and Maurice Thomas gives you a chance of picking up 12 around the right side.
Yeah, kind of knew what they were going to be in. Got him in a pass call. Took advantage. We had already decided we were going to go for it on 4th down if we could get some positive yards, obviously. I'd like to see him finish the run and get north and south and not stop his feet. We're a yard from the sticks. We got to get north and south and get us a 1st down there.
You go for it here, 4th and 1, and again, your offensive line gives you the push, and Zoe gets you the 1st down.
Yeah, we've had times 1st and goal at the 1, we had to try to throw the ball to get in.
Right.
And in run situations, we have not been able to create space, and we created space all day, not only on short yardage, but down in the red zone.
1st and 10 from the 29, and they leave Gardner open on the flag.
Yeah, bunched them up, read the corner nicely, corner kind of set, beautiful throw away from the corner to safety, and a great catch by James.
James Gardner, his first touchdown of the game, and 2nd for the RedHawks, and that makes it a 35-14 football game. And again, you see the nice toss from Billy Ball to Gardner. The length goes and gets it and gets you 6 more points. Later in the quarter, the RedHawks drive again. I'm sorry.
Great protection there, too. Billy took his time. We had a great pocket for Billy to throw that touchdown.
You get the defense, a great play here. Bucci Okafor stays with McCarron and is able to bat that one away.
Yeah, and great poise and confidence with the ball in the air. He didn't panic. He didn't flail. He played better and better as the game went on, and this was a very, very confident football play. Great coverage by Heath on the one side. You got Bucci one-on-one, looks back late and gets his hand in there, disrupts against a very good player in Vandenberg.
And the defense, again, that was early in this drive by the Hawkeyes, and the defense, again, gets you the ball back here. You made the adjustments, Junior McMullen up the middle.
Yep. And again, getting pressure on the quarterback. And as we started to get confidence, started to play a little more aggressive and get him out into some longer yard situations. There you see Paul and Junior are flying in there, reckless abandon. You got true freshman Doug Costa in there trying to mix it up. So defense starting to get their feet underneath them.
Late in the 3rd quarter, you go on the drive again. Rakeem Williams on the out, picking up the 1st down.
Yeah, just something we saw in coverage. We hadn't really even something we run, but we hadn't repped this play. We just knew we'd beaten 13 deep, and he was playing a little bit softer, so we just took one underneath, and a really nice strong catch.
4th and 1 here. Billy Ball takes the bad snap and not afraid to tuck it up in there and get you the 1st down.
Very confident play. One small thing in the game, but a year ago, I don't know what he would have done. He knew the play word. The play was designed to go. Knew he didn't have time to get so. But again, a great push on a bad snap, and we still got a good enough push and got the first down.
James Gardner again. We talk about winning battles, and Billy Ball putting it where only James is going to get it, and he wins the battle.
Yeah, and we got to get Billy more space. We got to create a little more space. Not a lot of room to throw this ball, but very good ball placement, which Billy's worked very difficult on, and James makes a catch. I'd like to see him come down his feet and keep running and not throw his body to the ground, but it was a very nice catch.
Billy Ball, I'm impressed with this play because he goes through all the progressions and then has the wherewithal to throw the back shoulder catch.
Yeah, and again, front side and roll kind of got stopped by King. This was designed to go backside, but the coverage made us go front side. King was there. Then Gardner wouldn't even hit, just kind of stopped and given him a play, and Billy throws a ball in a spot where James can go get it, and James makes a heck of a catch.
He does indeed. 35-21 your score there. The Hawkeyes would add 10 more for a final of 45-21. And, Coach, you look at this game, and we were talking before we went on the air here that, there's a lot of things to really build upon this team. And from a fan's perspective, this is a totally different team when you watch them on the field than last took the field against UMass.
Yeah, huge confidence builder for our team. And wasn't our best game defensively, but our defense certainly gains confidence from what they saw out of our offense. I know last year there was at times that it was pretty hopeless, and even though our defense would get some stops, they kind of felt like at the end of the day we're not going to be able to move the ball and score points, and we can't run, we can't protect, we can't throw it. So just a lot of energy from that game that we did so well offensively against one of the better defenses in the country, and that we've made such great strides. Our penalties for the opener, I don't know how many, we had very few penalties.
Very few, yeah.
We had one illegal procedure penalty late in the third quarter, but we played the game right. There was still stuff we could have cleaned up to even have a better result against the University of Iowa and make it even a closer game and put ourselves in a position where we might have a chance to win that one.
25 first downs and so many more stats that play into just an improved offensive team. I'm sure that defense is being talked to this week and getting ready for next week against the the Eastern Illinois Panthers. That game coming up at 3:30. We'll come back and preview the game against the Panthers when we return in just a moment. This is RedHawk Football Weekly, and we'll be back after this.
You have just been delivered the UPS Logistics of the Game, delivered by UPS. To learn how UPS can put the power of logistics to work for you, visit www.thenewlogistics.com.
Sophie, his 13th birthday. Gift, we've got you. Guitar, coming tomorrow. Road game today, surprise party tomorrow. Change of plans. Game tomorrow.
No, birthday tomorrow.
Guitar, reroute.
Birthdays are on birthdays.
Party, relocate. UPS My Choice makes rerouting packages easy. How we're helping companies solve for the needs of customers like Sophie.
It's a real big day at Miami Valley Gaming. Our new Buckeyes are coming in, and we're trying one of those new all-organic, earth-to-palm Ohio Buckeye farmers.
I'm nervous. What if those Buckeyes are duds? What if I don't feel lucky at all?
Buckeye delivery. Looking for Lucy, is that you? I'm Bucky, the farmer.
Bucky.
So, do you feel lucky?
And we welcome you back into Red Hawk Football Weekly as the Red Hawks get ready to entertain the Panthers of Eastern Illinois. Saturday afternoon, 3:30 kick at Yager Stadium. We'll have the action for you beginning at 2:30 on the Miami IMG Sports Network. Head coach Chuck Martin rejoins us. And before we talk about the Panthers, I kind of led to it in our last segment in talking about the defense. What do you do to get that defense to improve? Because I know you weren't overall happy with the way they played against the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, and after I watched the game, I probably felt a little better. We had some really good efforts in the trenches, in the front seven. We didn't get pushed around. Sometimes we did, but we won a lot of battles in the trench against a team that's very difficult to do that against. Aggressiveness, confidence on the perimeter is the key. We had some guys in the first half, and it got better as the game went on, but certainly in the first half we had some guys back flat-footed. Instead of setting the edge of our defense, they just waited, and they didn't allow the inside pursuit to get there. And then just the mental part of the game. We had a game plan that wasn't too difficult, and we got guys lined up when they got to go where their key tells them go and get there quickly against the University of Iowa. There's no time to be waiting around. Right. You got to go and get there and set an edge. You can't start to guess in any game, let alone against a good football team. We had some guys that didn't play the defense that was designed the way it was designed, and it cost us on some perimeter run plays.
Eastern Illinois coming to town this weekend. They are 0-1, lost to in-state rival Western Illinois on Saturday. Tell us about the Panthers and what the fans should expect when they come out to the stadium.
Very good football team. We're in the playoffs a year ago, and very athletic. Very fast, obviously not the size of Iowa, which you'd expect that they wouldn't be the size of Iowa. But they have schemes designed to take advantage of their quickness. They're not going to sit there up front. D-line is not near as big as Iowa's D-line, but they move them and they give you multiple fronts, and they play different techniques. So they don't sit there like ducks, so you can try to tee off on them. And then multiple in the secondary, a bunch of different coverages, and they play man, they play zone, they pressure a lot more than Iowa. So completely different view for our offense this week. Then same thing defensively, not the sheer size and strength of Iowa football team, not just the line. I mean, backs at Iowa are huge, and their tight ends and receivers are huge. And so, but they're more of a spread team, spread you out more, make you defend more parts of the field than Iowa does. And again, a lot of skill guys on offense that can really run. So great team speed.
And in turn, when you take a look at that team, a guy like Billy Ball, who did such a nice job reading the Iowa defense, has a lot more schemes and film study to do this week.
A lot more variables for our whole offense, in particular our quarterback. They just play more coverages and bring more pressures out of more different looks and a little more helter-skelter at times. So very aggressive in nature Eastern Illinois is. And they know they have good athletes. They know they're not as big at some positions as when they play, Division I opponents, but they use their speed and their aggressiveness to their advantage.
I mentioned earlier that we want to break the student attendance record. 8,089 would break the record. It would mean a lot to this team, the players, and I'm sure the coaching staff to see that many students come out on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, and we appreciate all the support we get, but we really feel like we're turning the corner, and we really want them to be a part of it, and not only part of our success this Saturday, but part of our success for years to come, and really become their team and a team that they can be really proud of.
And that means we want all the Miami students to come out and join us. 89 is the number. And, of course, we want all the fans to come out as well. Coach, wish you the best of luck coming up Saturday against the Panthers.
Thanks, Babe.
3:30 is kick on Saturday afternoon against the Eastern Illinois Panthers. Again, we're on the air at 2:30 on the Miami IMG Sports Network. Get out there. Parking lot's open early. Get to the Red Zone. Have a great time. Join us in the parking lot or just off the parking lot of the Red Zone for a little pregame action at 1:30. Myself, Terry Bridge, and Randy Hollowell will be up in the Red Zone and bring you some entertainment and some chat about the football game as well. That will do it for head coach Chuck Martin and I this week here in Oxford. Make sure you get out to the stadium and support the Red Hawks against Eastern Illinois Saturday. That's it for this edition of Red Hawk Football Weekly. Thanks for joining us.
This has been Red Hawk Football Weekly, brought to you on the Miami IMG Sports Network by G&J Pepsi-Cola of Hamilton, refreshing southwestern Ohio since 1939. Koenig Equipment, found online at KoenigEquipment.com. And by Miami Valley Gaming, easy to get to just off I-75 and exit 29. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966. Weekly is an exclusive production of the Miami IMG Sports Network.
And here we have 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola. I'm gonna swirl it. I'm gonna smell it. I'm just gonna take one small sip.
Kinda seemed like more than a sip.
Yeah, let me show you. Refined.
1893, made with cola nut extract and real sugar. Boldly blended colas.
It's a real big day at Miami Valley Gaming. Our new Buckeyes are coming in, and we're trying one of those new all-organic, earth-to-palm Ohio Buckeye farmers.
I'm nervous. What if those Buckeyes are duds? What if I don't feel lucky at all?
Buckeye delivery. Looking for Lucy. Is that you? I'm Bucky, the farmer.
Bucky.
So, do you feel lucky?